Overspeed training is such an important part of the speed equation, and today we got a great drill using the Powercore 360 that will get your pelvis and your hips firing fast. All right, so guys, Billy Glisson, founder of Powercore 360, super excited to have him here in Orlando today. Our last conversation was around that left hip, starting the rotational process and sort of getting out of the way. Talk about what that trail hip is now going to do.
Yeah, it's got to be in harmony. It's like a dance with the left hip. Left hip's got to clear out of the way, but the back hip has to be pushing through at the same time.
Got it. All right, so you want me to attach this to my left hip, you said, correct?
Yep.
All right, so we'll put this on our left hip. Very good. Okay, now you want it right across the belt line?
Right across the front of the belly button. I'm 45 degrees behind you now, and I'm at ground level. Yep. I want you to go to the top of your backswing, anchor into your right foot, and drive to your finish. Hold right there. I want you to hold at the end. Awesome.
Love that. Wow, so that band is really giving me something to drive against. Really like that. Now, what's the significance of you actually being lower versus higher up?
Ground reaction forces, right? Everybody's talking about foot pressure using the ground. If I'm up here, you're not having to push into the ground. You're turning, but you're spinning. I want you to use your back foot. You're anchoring into the ground. The band's got to be on the ground.
Got it. Love that. Cool. And this is something that I can actually take some swings with. He mentioned that they'll use actually a dog device that they can anchor this into the turf if you are by yourself and you didn't have someone to actually hold the band for. But I'm going to go ahead and try to take a couple of cuts with this. Billy, I got to be honest with you, I shouldn't be even showing them this because this thing feels so good that it could be my secret weapon. Oh, really good. Does that look all right?
Yeah, looks nice.
Cool. So basically, the cool thing about this is the added tension is forcing that right hip to have to fire a lot more. And then I'm almost feeling like I have to drive that hip into that band. So once again, having an extra awareness. People always talk about feels, right? What does it feel like? And from my experience, if I'm not creating some type of muscle activation, I can't feel that. This is something that I've struggled with for a while. And until I got some added tension or resistance on there, I couldn't feel it. Yeah. Now you said that there's another way we could actually use that drill to help our pelvis go even faster.
Yeah, instead of using resistance against the hip, because when we use resistance, it kicks muscles on, it makes them stronger, it activates them, that's all great. But the hip's actually moving a little slower, and the body's going to get used to moving slower with force. Well, we want speed with force, right? So, in other words, we're going to put the hip harness on. Okay. We're going to hook the band to the back hip, and we're going to bring the back and hip through faster, about 5% faster than it can turn on its own.
Okay. All right, so we got the hip harness on, yep. Band attached to the right hip?
Back hip for you, yep. Band's on ground level, 45 degrees in front of you. You're going to go through your swing. Now, this is no longer a hold or a pause. You're going to load it up, and you're going through as fast as you can, but you're going to hold your finish. Okay. Nice. And we're going to do 5 reps.
Yeah, and guys, obviously I would probably be doing this and swinging a club or a tool, but for the sake of Billy's life, we don't want to kill him right now. Yeah, so it's interesting. As I'm going through, the band is intuitively forcing my pelvis to feel like it's firing a lot faster, which I think is really important. Ultimately, when we flip this over and we're trying to go fast, do you recommend starting with activation first?
Yes.
And then going to overspeed?
We go 5 reps resisted, and then within 30 seconds to a minute, we got a window we need to jump in while those muscles are activated. Then we go 5 reps resisted.
And then would you go back and forth?
Yes. Okay. You might rest 2 minutes in between, complete nervous system recovery, and we go back and do another set of 5 resisted, 5 assisted. And the band probably, the resistance is continuing to go up until your mechanics degrade.
Got it. And do you recommend how many sets of this?
4, 5, 6, 7, 2 minutes recovery in between.
Got it. Yeah, so really good. I liked the back and forth of activation and then overspeed training. Obviously, you know, there's 4 different band resistance levels. I'm super excited to anchor 3 or 4 of those things up and see how fast I can get that pelvis firing. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate everyone's support. And check out Powercore 360. They are on Instagram, they are on YouTube. I love what these guys are doing. Other than that, we'll see you next time.